kind of go together.
I guess, but that's like really interesting
Yeah.
because that one is so much of a like a dark pink, and to
Yeah.
have it look more peach and everything. And yeah, obviously orange and the peach color, it's always food related, isn't it?
Yeah.
We always, in the Big Nosher, we always, and we actually have a shorter video tasting, and she has no idea what I brought because this is one of those things. I was in a store I'm not usually in, and I happen, and like there, I'm greeted with an end cap. And the first thing I see is like, oh, that would make a good something to review. And then I was in an aisle looking for something else, and the other part of the aisle had this other something, let's just say. And I pulled it and I went, this is so weird sounding, we have to do it.
Mm.
So kind of it's like we're going to taste it first so that you don't have to, or
Okay.
something like that. So I'm just going to reach into whichever one I come up with first.
Sweet potato jerky maple Dijon.
Eh. So this I found in a snack aisle, obviously. And it was over with all the beef jerky and the turkey jerky and the mushroom jerky. And I have trouble eating mushroom. It can.
Right.
Okay, so I didn't want to get one of those anyway. And I saw sweet potato jerky, something I had absolutely never heard of in
No.
my entire life. And so obviously I had to get it.
Right.
I mean, you'd agree. If you saw something like you have to get it.
And I will preface my taste by saying I don't normally eat Dijon.
Yeah, and
I'm not a mustard person.
right. And to me, maple and sweet potato is like a
Oh,
a
yeah.
natural.
Yes.
I love that. So, well, it opened okay. That doesn't smell too bad.
I'm definitely getting the Dijon. I smell like the spice.
Right, but it doesn't. I'm gonna. This is interesting because I eaten Dijon mustard. I'm not.
I'm not.
It's not like I'm a mustard fan, but I don't hate it, and I've used it as a condiment. And this, when you open Dijon mustard, this is not what it smells like.
Oh,
I'm gonna just be right up front with that.
well, I'm getting a mustardy smell. Oh, it's sticky. It's very
Well,
sticky.
well, that's the maple. Oh,
It kind of looks like dried apricots.
I was about to say that. Now, isn't that? Now you like dried apricots,
Yeah.
and I do not. I'm gonna say that. Texture wise, they feel like dried apricots,
Yeah,
doesn't it? I mean,
because of the stickiness.
or just something, or there's like I'm doing this. It's like there's a give.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Hmm. I like the flavor, but I wish it was on something else.
I'm not getting much flavor at all. No, I'm starting to get a little sweetness,
Mm-hmm.
but it took a while.
And there's just an undertone of the tang of the mustard, just
Yeah,
to keep it maybe from being too sweet.
but I don't taste maple at all.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
with
don't
you
taste
on
sweet
that.
potato at all.
I'm getting
Now I'm getting salty.
see, this is the thing. I'm getting sweet, not necessarily maple.
Yeah,
I'm getting tang, not necessarily Dijon.
right.
And texture wise, I've never had it.
It's more like dried fruit than jerky.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say it reminds me of everything I don't like about certain dried fruits. I mean, like I no, I don't. Almost want to take that back. I don't want to say I like raisins. I if I have to do raisins, I like do golden raisins because they're not as
Texture wise, yeah.
and they're not as kind of sweet cringy as dark raisins. And there's certain ones, but I don't.
No.
I'm not an apricot person, and I'm not a dried whatever. And so this I don't like for the reasons I don't like those, the texture wise.
See, and I like dried apricots, but I do not like this.
Yeah, that.
It's definitely a one bite.
Yeah, it definitely is. But for me, what I was going to say is because I always try to caveat because you and I have had some horrible tasting things on
Yeah.
this where we've bitten into it and made faces of all kinds. And
Hmm.
as far as flavor, this is not on that level of horrible.
Right.
Okay. I mean, that's my opinion. You were getting that
Oh,
too.
yes.
Where we could swallow it comfortably and like I said, even though it was not maple, there was sweet, there
Hmm.
was tang, it didn't taste like mustard. Um,
And then I got salty towards the end.
yeah, I wasn't picking that up, but what I was going to say on that literally is it wasn't
It wasn't maple Dijon.
it wasn't maple Dijon. That's a way of putting it, but it also wasn't, as I said, we have bitten into some really, really foul things.
Yes.
And if you are, and so I'm trying to be honest with that. I don't like this either, and a lot of it is the texture. But for me, I'm letting you know, flavor wise, and I'm not giving it great ratings or anything. It's not that cringe that we've gotten
Right.
from other things. So, if you've watched us before, I'm just letting you know that neither one of us really gagged on the flavor.
If I was deserted or not,
Right.
a desert island, and this is all I had to eat, I'd eat it.
You could eat it
Yeah.
without gagging and,
Right.
whatever. Right. So yeah, that I think that's a one because I wouldn't buy it again. I don't want to take another
No.
bite. But as I said, if you do want to try it, just know you notice neither one of us bit into it and went, "Oh my God!" And we've done that plenty of times. Okay, I'm hoping this other one's better.
Ginger seaweed rice cake minis. I like rice cakes.
I do too. Yeah, that's an interesting thing because we may be one of the few people who actually at least like them and admit to liking them.
And I like plain ones. I don't like them with salt. I don't like them with the caramel. I don't like, sweet ones. I just like, unsalted rice cakes.
I do too, but also, I do have to caveat by saying I've had some that had flavor on them that were good.
Yeah.
The snacking ones. So this was what I saw in the end cap.
And ginger seaweed sounds good.
Yeah, I do like.
And then it goes with rice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like sushi.
Mm-hmm. I do like to.
I'm selling the seaweed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that! Look at the shape.
Yeah, just like the big rice cakes. It has the octagon.
Well, most of the rice cakes I've seen are
They're round.
they're round.
Yeah.
So they've given it a little. Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
All right. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. It's not overly
Flavored.
flavored. I'm getting it. I'm not like getting it.
I'm feeling a little bit of heat from the ginger. I'm not tasting the ginger, but I'm feeling the heat.
Okay, I know. Okay, I'm starting to know what you mean. The seaweed's giving it a little something. I don't know what.
Herbaceousness, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe yeah.
Now I'm getting a lot of heat now, but it's good.
I mean, I'll finish it.
Me too.
It's kind of interesting because I don't want to say I'm torn. It's one of these things where it's not like a one for me. Definitely.
I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them,
I wouldn't either.
but I could eat them.
Yeah. That's kind of where I am with that too. I'm just thinking about that because when I'm choosing snack food, if I'm going to indulge in snack food, I tend to really go for something that I love to death,
Mm-hmm.
I always say, I think we reviewed them, the air fried jalapeno kettle chips.
Yes,
Like those.
those were very good.
I mean, those, I go out of my way to get those, believe it,
Yeah.
I'm giving you an example of something I would do. I don't think I'd go out of my way on these, but
But they're good for a taste.
they're good, and I'm trying to, this is one of those things where if I had taste for rice cakes but didn't have a taste for plain ones, this might be good.
Yeah.
So again, I wouldn't go out of my way, but yeah, maybe a 2.5 or 3
Yeah.
bites on this. So that one's interesting. It just, it's kind of, well, I was going to say, those are the only two things we actually had today, and we didn't have any gaggers.
No.
Um, we didn't have what is that? God. And, nothing over the top outstanding.
Right.
But that's kind of, I would say, a decent kind of middle, low to middle of the road.
Yeah.
Kind of on the snack thing. So again, it's one of those, if you try these and want to let us know what you thought, we welcome that. We always like to, get into even conversations in the comments. So let us know. And in the meantime, keep noshing. You can order copies of my dessert recipe books by searching the titles at your favorite online bookseller, or email migdalor@aol.com to learn how to get signed copies directly from me. See you next time, and keep noshing.